Brittany, where are you now? What's wrong with you all of a sudden? Did you forget something? It's not like that. Wherever it is, it doesn't matter. Just tell me where you are. What are you mad about, calling me out of the blue? You don't need to ask me where I am because you already know. Where do you think I am now? What? What kind of quiz is this? You're on a business trip, right? And you're coming back next month. I know everything about you, Kevin. You're wrong. I was supposed to be back next month, but I'm back now. So where the heck are you? Don't waste my time. Answer me quickly. Why are you mad at me? And since you said that you're back, what happened to your job? Anyway, I'm home as usual. Don't you dare lie to me. You can't be home right now. Kevin, are you okay? I'm home. I don't trust you. I saw it with my own eyes. Saw what, Kevin? You were on a business trip and I was spending most of my time at home. Don't make me tell you what I saw. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about because I was at home the whole time. You're going to keep lying to me. What an actress. You're just going on your own because I was on a business trip. I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you mad because I invited my female friend to the house? Sorry I didn't tell you about that, but she's a friend I've invited before when you were around. No, that's not what I'm talking about. How long are you going to continue lying to me? I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. I thought you never do anything like that. I didn't know you were that kind of person. I saw something I didn't want to see. What do you mean? Are you suspecting me of cheating on you? Yes, you did cheat on me. Now you finally admit it. I've been feeling that you were a bit suspicious lately. You were on a business trip, Kevin. How were you able to have that kind of feeling? It's not like we've been in touch that much recently. That's what makes me suspicious. You haven't contacted me and I was wondering what you were doing. Not contacting me is a sign that you're no longer in love with me. It's because you're not interested in me anymore, right? What's wrong with you all of a sudden? Are you saying that I'm hiding something from you just because I didn't contact you? You know I'm not the type to contact you often, don't you? I'm not good at doing routine things like this. Listen, why don't we just talk to each other face to face? Enough with the excuses. Get out from where you are. Wait for me. I'll tell you when I get home. Did you understand what I just told you? I'm at home. There's no way I can leave. If you want to talk, you should come home. Oh gosh, this is really troublesome. I'll send you a picture of me at home to prove that I'm not lying to you. What? What kind of quiz is this? You're on a business trip, right? I don't know what you saw, but I didn't do anything to make you suspect that I'm cheating on you. It's the busy season, so I can't even go shopping. I'm working from home all the time. Do you want me to show you my work emails for proof? Seriously? Are you really home? Don't make me say it again. If you're coming home after your business trip, please tell me as soon as possible. I have to go shop for the groceries for dinner. What do you want to have for dinner? I'm going to finish my work and go shopping. Oh, no thanks. You don't have to worry about that. Leftovers are fine. Okay then, thanks for understanding. I'll make something with what we have at home. How soon can you get home? I have to check the fridge. About 40 minutes. Hey, you're really home, right? Oh my god, you're so persistent. How many times do I have to tell you that I'm home? Well then, come home soon so I can cook dinner. You lied to me, didn't you? I knew you were a liar. I trusted you. Wait, what? What is it this time? Don't get angry all of a sudden. Of course I didn't lie to you. I have every right to be angry. I trusted you, but you cheated on me after all. And to do it on the day I returned home from a business trip, that's pretty bold of you. I can't believe I married a woman like that. I trusted you with all my heart. That's ridiculous. Why am I supposed to be cheating on you? Did you have a dream about me cheating? I have the proof here. Look at the pictures. That's you in this picture, right? You can't get away with this. Well, that's me. I look pretty in the picture, don't you think so? It was during the meeting at work. Of course I remember that. Why do you have that picture with you? That's not the point. Don't lie to me. Look at you and the guy. You two are smiling to each other. Don't tell me you have that kind of relationship with him. Let me tell you something. He's my colleague, so that's why I was smiling to him. I think everyone is supposed to be friendly with each other at workplace. Do you expect me to keep a blank expression on my face at work? That's impossible, no matter how you think about it. It's just not nice to do that. We were just having a business meeting on that day. Besides, you know what my work is, don't you? But this picture looks suspicious. Look at the distance between you and the guy. Your eyes look so flirtatious too. That's not true. You're just overreacting. If you still don't trust me, I'll give you the contact information of my colleague. Why don't you check it out with him? I have the minutes of the meeting and other things to prove it. I'm innocent. By the way, who took this picture? Did you hire a detective? What? I can't tell you that. If I told you, you'll hide the fact from me, right?
Don't be ridiculous. I'll go to the police if you do something like stalking.
I'm sorry, don't do that.
Besides, you know who I had a meeting with at this time, don't you? He has been to our house many times for business. You also knew him. Don't you remember saying hello to him? You exchanged business cards saying that he wanted to interview you about your company.
Oh, his name is Gregory, right? He was such a nice guy.
Glad to hear that you remember him. Gregory knows that you're on a business trip. He was very careful not to cause any misunderstandings, so we had our meeting at the cafe. You don't have any pictures of us other than the meeting at the cafe, do you?
Actually, yes.
You should tell the person who took the picture not to waste energy on something so useless and misleading.
Okay, I'll tell the person.
I'm counting on you. I don't want you to misunderstand me. Anyway, how long is your business trip going to last?
It's supposed to end next week.
Understood. Good luck with that. I'll clean up the mess while I work.
Thanks. That's very nice of you.
Well, good luck at your work this week. I'll be waiting for you.
See you then. Hey, you said you weren't cheating on me, right?
For heaven's sake, why are you doubting me again? You're pissing me off.
Just tell me what's going on. Don't be upset. Just answer me. Are you sure you're not having an affair? Be honest with me.
I'm not lying. I've never lied to you, not even once. Why are you suspecting me for cheating on you?
Come on, be honest with me. I'm getting tired of this back and forth. You're cheating on me, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm tired of you doubting me. I'm tired of you getting upset when you suddenly suspect me of cheating on you when I haven't done anything wrong.
You should think about how I feel. I happened to come back from a business trip while you were out, and when I entered my room, men's underwear that's not mine was on the floor.
Huh? What are you talking about? I don't know anything about that.
I can't do it anymore. Let's get a divorce. I can't believe you had an affair in our house. I can't trust you anymore. I want you out of my house right now.
Wait a minute. You've been acting weird ever since your business trip. You've been so persistent that I've been cheating on you. How can you be so sure that I'm having an affair? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I have proof here. These pants are proof. You think I'm stupid and I won't notice, so you didn't hide those properly, right? I was right to postpone my business trip. I found the proof of your affair, didn't I?
Oh, you're back from your business trip again? Don't come back so often and you should do your job properly.
It was worth it for me to come check on you secretly. Your behavior is too suspicious. I knew that there was something going on.
I'm so tired of this. I'm really fed up.
Well, that's my line. I'm on a business trip and the underwear of the guy you're having an affair with just popped inside my mind. Do you have any idea how sad I am? My wife, whom I trusted, did such things.
I'm sad too since you suddenly suspected me of cheating on you. I really don't get it. Besides, aren't those underwear yours? If not, it's quite scary since it means that someone has sneaked into our house and put it in your room.
They're not mine. I don't wear those lame underwears. Don't lie to me, Brittany. I'm suing you. You better keep that in mind. What are you doing? Did you call the police?
Oh, the police called you too. I told them that they don't have to call you. Well, it seems that because you're my husband, they have decided to call you.
Why did you call the police? Were you involved in some kind of incident?
An incident? Well, I think it's an attempted incident. It was about the other day we had a fight with each other. You had a pair of pants on the floor that you didn't know were there.
Oh, you've called the police for something as trivial as that?
Of course, I have underwears in my house that neither you and I know about. That means someone is trespassing and could be in and out of the house, right? Of course, I must report that. We have to prevent it before it turns into an accident.
You're in too much of a hurry to report it immediately.
I mean, you're the one who should report it. Aren't you worried about me? I'm home alone most of the time. It's fine if you come home from a business trip and do a spot check. You should be more worried about me. I keep telling you that I'm not having an affair, so wouldn't you normally think that it might be someone trespassing?
That's such a big deal. When I found a pair of men's underwear I don't know about, I think that you might be cheating on me. It could be that you're just lying to me. You're too suspicious to trust.
What's wrong with you? No matter how much I say I'm not cheating on you, you keep doubting me. I'm really tired of it.
That's my line. I'm the one who's tired.
Speaking of which, I'm going to submit these underwear to the police.
What? That's not necessary.
It's a possible trespassing case. It would help them identify the culprit. Besides, I'm having the house checked. I'd be worried if I didn't have them look in every nook and cranny. You know, there's that thing on TV. You know the ones where people actually live in the attic?
Don't make a big deal out of it. It's not like that.
It's not impossible. That's why I'm having the police to check everything out. What are you going to do if something happens to me?
If they find out anything, they'll call me, right?
Well, of course they will. I want them to catch the culprit.
Oh yeah, the culprit. Well, let me know when you receive some updates from the police.
What? You're curious about that? Even though you think that it's the pants of the guy you think I'm having an affair with?
No, well, I'm kind of curious because I'm a kind-hearted and loving husband. Well, but don't make a big deal out of it. Don't call my family or anything, especially my mom.
Why shouldn't I let your mom know about this?
Oh no, she'll be worried if she hears that. I don't want her to collapse from a heart attack.
I see, you're very considerate of your parents. Well, maybe I'll let you know.
Just let me know, okay? Hey, what happened to that thing? The police report. You didn't hear anything in particular. Oh, okay then. I knew it was the pants of the guy you were having an affair with.
I'm tired of hearing that. How long are you going to play dumb with me? How long do you want me to be at fault?
What are you talking about? I'm not playing games. I'm always serious.
Well, okay. Let's talk later. I have something I really want to talk to you about, too. By the way, you took the liberty of going into debt again, didn't you?
What do you mean by that?
Did you think I didn't know about that? Don't underestimate me. I know all about it. How many times are you really going to borrow money? Don't tell me you've forgotten. I paid your last debt for you, didn't I?
Thank you for your help at that time. But how did you find out about the debt?
Because I received several demand letters from the credit card companies.
No kidding.
I didn't know that you were disposing them, so I won't find out. They arrived while you were on a business trip.
Ugh, that's terrible. You took the liberty of looking at someone's mail. Just because we're a married couple, you can't just do anything you want. What you did was an invasion of privacy.
No, it's not. I just happened to find it inside the trash can.
Inside the trash can?
Yes, I was cleaning up and accidentally scattered them. That's when I found out. I recognized it because it was the same one I had received. If you're going to hide something, hide it better. Throwing it away without even tearing it open is really stupid. You thought you could just throw it in the trash can and get rid of it, didn't you? You really are an idiot. You're not using your brain. Anyway, you don't have a credit card, do you? I wonder if you've made a new credit card without telling me. Didn't I tell you before that if you borrow money again, I'll divorce you? You broke your promise.
No, I didn't. It's a misunderstanding. It's some kind of scam that happened these days. I was scammed, I think so.
What? Earlier you were asking me about how I found out about your debt. Don't try to fool me, Kevin.
It was sudden, so I just said it without even thinking about it. You know, sometimes you get caught off guard and talk nonsense.
Then what's with all the credit card notices? They're notices about late payments, all of them in your name.
But that's not my debt. My friend asked me to make a new credit card for him, but I can't seem to get the money back from him. I'm in real trouble.
What? Earlier, you were asking me about how I found out about your debt. Don't try to fool me, Kevin. So your friend is going to pay this bill?
Yeah, he will. I'm telling him to hurry up. I'm going to urge him today again. He's a troublemaker. I'm sorry I made a credit card without telling you.
I have other things to say. I'll talk to you later.
Is there something more? I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Oh, your friend told you about that. Your friend told me that I need to do something with you. I can't believe you're trying to get alimony by faking that I cheated on you in order to get out of your own debt. You really are an idiot. I've never seen such an embarrassing person ever in my life.
No, it's not that. There's a reason.
Your friend said that you were talking about getting alimony excitedly. You may not know this, but your friend contacted me because he was worried about me. The last time you borrowed money and this time when you faked my affair. I wonder why you couldn't come up with a much better idea. Looks like your friend doesn't you. Well, money talks. Poor Kevin, you got what you deserved.
It's a misunderstanding.
I don't care if it's a misunderstanding or not. It's stupefying. Well, it's a very typical idea of you. By the way, I've already prepared the divorce papers.
No, please don't do that.
You didn't want the divorce, but you were trying to get alimony from me? How pathetic. Well, I knew that you won't sign the divorce papers easily. That's why I've told your father about everything.
Really?
Your father is going to be very angry. I think you should be prepared for that. I told him that you don't trust me even though I didn't cheat on you. You keep doubting me and now you have got into debt again and you're saying that you want a divorce.
Are we really getting a divorce? Is this some kind of joke? Are you punishing me?
It's obvious, isn't it? I'm seriously divorcing you. You've got into debt and you also have attempted to make a false accuse on me. It's over. Enough is enough, Kevin.
I don't want you to divorce me. Please forgive me, Brittany.
Good for you. Now you won't get scolded by me if you get into debt again. You're free to do whatever you want. Your father said he'll make you pay the debt. Looks like he doesn't want to help you. He apologized for the trouble you have caused.
You were not supposed to tell my father about this.
I was really scared when I found the underwear that wasn't yours. You were on a business trip and I was all alone. What if something had happened? Well, I'm relieved to hear that it was yours.
I'm sorry.
Apology won't help. It's too late. I don't want to see your face ever again. I'm suing you for alimony.
You're not really going to divorce me, are you? I need you, Brittany. You're just joking, right? I can't pay both the debt and alimony. I won't do it again, I swear.
How many times have I told you the same thing? I've heard it so many times and I'm sick of hearing that from you. I'm not your ATM, Kevin. I'm sending your stuff home for now. Your father is not going to let you in, so good luck with the rest.
What?
I'm the head of the house now, so you need to get the hell out of here at your earliest convenience. Don't you dare coming back to this house. Kevin seemed to have come back in a hurry from his business trip and sent me many apologetic messages, but I ignored all of them because I had no intention of getting back together with him. In the end, he went back to his parents' house, but his father wouldn't let him in and he was furious. The divorce papers were sent to Kevin's parents' house, and Kevin's father managed to get his son sign those divorce papers, even though Kevin wasn't willing to do that. Currently, Kevin is living a life of poverty in a shabby apartment while being haunted by the pressure to pay for the debts he has gotten into an alimony.
I'm sorry to suddenly contact you, Clara. I'm sorry, but who is it? Are you sure that you're talking to the right person? Of course I am! You are Clara, right? Well, that's my name. Who are you anyway? Oh, I should have introduced myself first. My name is Violet. I'm sorry, I can't remember you. Do I know you? No, this is the first time I've contacted you. That's why I said I was sorry for texting you out of the blue. Oh, yeah, I remember that. How can I help you then? You are pregnant, aren't you? How did you find out about that? If you're a salesperson for a company that sells baby-related products, I must say that I don't need them. Well, for your information, I'm not a salesperson. Then what do you want from me? I don't know you, and you just texted me out of the blue. It's quite scary, you know. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm Damien's ex-girlfriend. Seriously? Yes. Before you and Damien got together, we were together for 3 years. We had a pretty intense relationship. Oh, I see. I know it's none of my business, but... So what does an ex-girlfriend want from me? I want to report something to you. What is it? I'm now Damien's current girlfriend. Surprising report, right? I don't get it. I told you. I'm Damien's girlfriend now. Who else would it be? Well, Damien is married to me, so there must be some sort of misunderstanding here. I know that you're married to Damien. It's impossible for you to be his girlfriend then. That's why I texted you. I want you to divorce him. Huh? I got back together with Damien, so I want you out of our life. He can't have 2 wives. Damien doesn't love you anymore, you know, because he's crazy about me now. What are you talking about? We're going to have a baby soon. Are you trying to destroy our family? Since you got pregnant, I heard you haven't taken care of Damien at all. I feel sorry for him. What do you mean? Who told you that? You quit your job and just hanging around at home? You don't even do the house chores. Damien said that he's fed up with you. He also said that he didn't find you attractive as a woman anymore. That's when he met me again by chance. He said that if he were to get married, he would marry me instead of you. I think it's because I'm very attractive. Did Damien tell you all that? That's a lie, isn't it? I'm not lying. Damien doesn't even want to talk to you anymore, so he asked me to talk to you directly. That's how I got your number. I can't believe it. It just doesn't make any sense that Damien refused to talk to me directly. What's wrong? Are you mad at me? You scare me. I probably don't need to tell you this, but I quit my job because the doctor told me that I need more rest for the sake of my baby. Of course, Damien agreed to that. For the baby's sake, huh? Anything else? That's why I couldn't do house chores. I wasn't just hanging around. The doctor told me not to move more than the bare minimum. He said it will harm the baby. Damien went to the hospital with me, so he was there when the doctor explained about that. I thought you knew that. But pregnancy is not a disease, you know. The doctor might have told you not to move around too much, but you just didn't want to work or do your chores, didn't you? You're being lazy. How can you say such a thing when you're a woman too? Who knows that you may end up in the same way too? If I were you, I would never skip housework just because I'm pregnant. I will do my best for my husband. Even now, I'm working hard, taking care of the house and Damien too. What do you mean by that? Oh, I'm pregnant with his child too. No kidding. That's why I want you to divorce Damien as soon as possible. I want to get officially married and give birth to the baby. After that, I'll live happily ever after in that big house with my baby and Damien. That's just unbelievable. Anyway, I understand what's going on. That's all I have to say. I'm glad that you finally understood. It's natural for Damien to be disgusted by a selfish wife like you. I can understand that. Then, for his sake and for the sake of the child, please file for divorce quickly. I'm due to give birth next week, and I'm not in a position to go through the formalities right now. Please wait a little longer until things settle down after my baby is born. Well, it can't be helped. You really are good at using pregnancy as an excuse, aren't you, Clara? I think I'll use the same trick too and skip work. Anyway, I can't do it right now. I understand. Well then, please take care of the procedure right after your baby is born. I'll be waiting to hear from you. Clara, reply to me. Clara, are you there? Why don't you reply to me? Violet, I'm sorry for taking so long to reply. I've been so busy. Will you at least reply right away? Do you know how many times I contacted you? That's why I apologized. Taking care of a newborn baby is hard work. Are you really going to make excuses like that and not file for divorce? You promised me that you would file the divorce after the baby was born, didn't you? Yes, I've decided to get a divorce. I see. Then please file the divorce papers as soon as possible. I can't wait any longer. By the way, just to confirm, are you guys really dating each other? Are you doubting me? This picture was taken the other day when we went to the local church together. We prayed for a safe delivery for my baby together. See? Now you know that I'm not lying, right? I see. The second one is a commemorative shot taken after we went for shopping for baby-related goods. I was so happy that Damon was so kind to me that day. Lovey-dovey couple, aren't we? Yes. Thanks for the definitive proof. It's perfect. Proof? What are you talking about? Proof of the affair. That's what I wanted. Just saying that you're pregnant with Damon's child is enough, but I need more proof. When your baby is born, we need to do a DNA test, so until then, I still have to wait for the proof. Why are you collecting proof? Did you think I was lying to you? No, I'm just trying to get alimony. Alimony? Isn't it obvious? You were having an affair with my husband, and that happened while I was pregnant. We didn't have an affair. We just got back together. I told you, Damon was my ex-boyfriend, didn't I? Are you nuts? Excuse me? Ex-girlfriend or not, if you have a relationship with a married man, it's adultery. And adultery comes at a price. Really? What's the price? Looks like you're an idiot that you don't even understand such a simple thing. How rude of you! I'm not an idiot, but I can't help it. Damon's gonna pay for the alimony. He loves me, so he won't let me pay. What are you talking about? You really don't get it, do you? What do you mean by that? Of course, I'm going to charge you alimony too. Why? Isn't alimony only between husband and wife? You can also claim alimony from the adulterous partner. I thought you are well aware about that. Well, I have no choice then. If I can be with Damon by doing that, I don't mind. I didn't expect you would accept it easily. Alimony is nothing. It's more beneficial for me if you divorce Damon. Are you kidding me? Of course not. Not only I'm able to get married to a talented person like Damon, but I'll also be able to live in that big house. Oh, I see. Then you can pay the alimony, right? Yes, I can. So just hurry up and get a divorce. I've finally made it this far, so there's no way I'm gonna give up. I'm thrilled. I understand. Then I'll go through the formalities. Since I was also able to obtain evidence of Damien's infidelity, I decided to proceed with the divorce. It seems that Violet is aiming for the big house that we are living in now. However, Violet doesn't seem to know the truth about this house and Damien. From here on, it's my turn to avenge Violet. Hey, Clara! Clara! Answer the phone! Come on! Gosh, you again? You finally replied to me. You need to explain everything to me. I have no idea what you are talking about. The amount of alimony! Is there something wrong with it? It's not right, is it? Why is it so high? $1 million for alimony is insane. There's no way I can pay for that. That's the standard fee for infidelity. Besides, you said it's fine because the benefits of me getting a divorce with Damon are greater, right? Huh? There's no way that this is the average amount for alimony. Why do you think so? If you do a little research, you'll find out. I didn't break any stuff, and you're demanding such a high amount. You're trying to rob me, aren't you? I would never do such a thing. It's really the average amount. Besides, you destroyed my marriage. That's... If you don't agree, let's go to court. I don't mind at all. If we do that, the company will find out. It can't be helped. I'll pay. If I marry Damien, even if I don't have any savings, I'll have a high household income. It won't be a problem. I'll also have my own house, so I'll be fine. I mean, if you are already divorced, can't you just get the heck out of the house? You know what? You keep pestering me to get a divorce quickly, but you haven't done any research, have you? What? I'm not moving out of this house. I think you misunderstood something. That house is in Damien's name, right? It's only natural that you would leave if you get divorced. Did Damien say that? He didn't say it clearly, but he said that it's where he lives. That means it's in his name, right? Well, we were a family, so I'm sure it's his house too. Unfortunately, it's not in Damien's name. I don't trust you! Then whose house is that? It's my parents' house. No kidding! My parents retired and moved to the countryside to start their own farm. We live there to take care of the house. Since our house is quite big, my relatives gather here during Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays to celebrate, so I can't let go of this house. No way! I'm not telling a lie. So, are you telling me that I can't live in that big house with Damien and our child? That's right. I've sent Damien's belongings to your house just now. You two should find a new house together soon. Oh no! But with Damien's high income, we can get ourselves a new house. Instead of just such a big, old-fashioned house, we'll build a nice modern house. Stylish house. Isn't it nice? Why do you think Damien has a high income? Huh? Because when we met again, he was driving a very nice car. And his business card said CEO as his title, so he must have started a successful business, right? That's amazing! Did you look at that business card carefully? What? The name of the company, his last name, and so on. Company name? Damien's last name? It wasn't his family name, right? Didn't you realize that? I don't remember, but his last name seems different anyway. I can't believe this. Looks like you noticed that at last. Damien is the successor of my father's company. Is that so? I didn't hear anything about that. The car he was driving was mine. It's my favorite car. No, you're lying. My hobby is to drive a nice car, so I had a sports car. But after I got pregnant, I came to the conclusion that a van will suit us better, so I sold that sports car. You sold it? Yes, it is difficult to put a baby in a sports car. I don't think I'll need it for a while from now on. But even though you're divorced, Damien is already the president. Then your father's company belongs to him. Besides, you and him will be splitting the common property, right? Give me half the money you've got from selling the sports car. Sorry, Violet. I must say that neither of them will be yours. Why? The sports car was purchased when I was single, so it isn't a joint property. Even if Damien is still the president, more than a majority of the shares are owned by my father and his subordinates. Moreover, Damien was voted out of his position as the president at the meeting of the board of directors. Well, he deserves that anyway. I can't believe this is really happening! And of course, in this divorce, I'm charging Damien for alimony and child support. I'm sure he'll be paying them from now on. Which means... As you can see, Damien is broke and unemployed. No! We're going to have a baby soon! I think it's good for both of you to cope with that together. Good luck. Clara, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this. I apologize. So please don't ask me or Damien for alimony. Please, I beg you. Please don't be so silly. Think about what kind of humiliation I've been through. Why should I help you when you and Damien were the ones who caused this huge problem? But I don't have that much money, and I won't be able to live from now on if I need to pay for alimony. You just need to have Damien work harder, and you will also have to work after the baby's born. Oh no! I was supposed to be a happy housewife living in a big house. Welcome to reality, Violet. Will you somehow forgive me? Impossible. Please go through a lawyer for the rest. Now, if you'll excuse me. Thus, Violet was no longer able to get a big house or a high-income husband. With an unemployed husband joining her, she was forced to live in a small house. Damien's new job doesn't go well, that he's struggling to make ends meet. Violet returned to her day job right after giving birth, but it was not enough. She has to work at night to earn money for living expenses and the alimony. She is struggling every day while taking care of her newborn child. She totally deserves that. My name is Layla. My parents are divorced and I live with my dad. But a few years ago, he remarried. I wished for my dad's happiness. However, my stepmother, Harriet, often bullies me. I tried my best not to worry my dad, but the other day, Harriet finally did something unbelievable. Layla, it looks like I have to pay for your textbooks next time. Can you bring me about $2,000? I can pay the school myself, so you don't have to do that for me. Don't hesitate. I know that you're busy with your studies. I'll pay it on behalf of you. I don't want you to worry about other things. Just leave it to me, okay? Okay then. I'll withdraw the money today. Make sure you pay the school on time. Thank you in advance. Harriet, I was called by a teacher at school today. She said I have to pay $500 for the textbooks. You told me that it was $2,000. My teacher told me that I'm the only one who hasn't paid it yet. Could you explain what happened? What? That can't be true. Are you telling me that you lied about the amount? What about the payment then? School often needs money unexpectedly, you know. That's why I decided to keep $1,500 in advance. So you didn't pay for my textbooks after all? I gave you the money a long time ago. What's going on? Well, I was going to do it tomorrow. You can't do it tomorrow. It's long overdue. I said I'll do it tomorrow. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I can't trust you anymore. You've been lying and trying to take advantage of me. I don't want to worry my dad, so I'm doing my best to keep my mouth shut. I won't keep quiet if you're stealing my money too. That's not true. I love you, Layla. I'm just trying to support you, okay? This time, it's my fault. I'll be careful from now on, so this will never happen. Okay then. Please definitely pay tomorrow and give me back the other $1,500. If you don't, I'll tell my dad. It's a lot of money for me. Yes, but your dad likes me, and that's why we're together. So it doesn't matter what you say to him since it won't make any change. He always thanked me for taking care of you. He has a lot of faith in me. Anyway, I worked very hard for school, so please make sure you make the payment tomorrow. Hey, you haven't paid yet. Come on. I already paid for the textbooks myself, so give me back the remaining money. Layla, I'm sorry. I forgot that I was going on a trip today and couldn't pay you. I need the money for my trip. I'll be in trouble if I don't have the money. Can you just lend me $2,000? That's impossible. That was your plan all along. You lied about paying my textbooks. That's disgusting. I would never lend you any money. Just pay me back, okay? Well, you're a very inconsiderate girl. All right, then. We're mother and daughter anyway. I've always been good to you. What did you say? I know that you're not going to pay me back anyway. Forget it. I don't care anymore. I'll at least buy you some souvenirs. Well, see you then. Layla, I got a notice that my credit card can't be used due to insufficient balance. You stole $2,000 from my account without my permission, right? Do you know what you're doing? It's a crime to steal someone's money. Huh? I explained everything to my dad, and he took my side. He said that you were probably splurging on credit cards during your vacation anyway. He withdrew $2,000 from the account while you were gone and gave it back to me. Besides, how dare you accuse me of stealing? You were the one who stole from me. You told your dad about everything? I don't believe you. Stop lying because you're frustrated. It seems like you've been spending all the money my dad gave you to pay for my tuition and other stuff. You were just using me as some sort of ATM. My dad knows that too, and he's mad at you. He apologized to me even though he didn't do anything wrong. I feel sorry for him. That's not true. I was gonna pay you back later. It's just I forgot to tell you. Don't be so mean to me, Layla. I'm sorry, and I want you to convince your dad. You don't work, but you want to spend money you got from my dad and me. That's disgusting. I know that's the main reason why you got married to my dad. Dad said he's divorcing you. He's going to ask for his money back and alimony. Well, it's obvious anyway. From now on, you're going to have to work by yourself to pay back the money. Good luck with that. Layla, I just got a notice that my credit card can't be debited due to a low balance. What am I supposed to do now? I'm your mother. You're not going to abandon me, are you? Please, help me. After hearing my story, my dad immediately did some research and apologized to me. Then, he divorced Harriet. Harriet still contacts me to give her some money without telling my dad, but I ignore her. My dad told me that he loves me. Then, he gave Harriet a hard lecture. It seems that Harriet has no will to work. She seems to want to live as a parasite. But unfortunately, she has no relatives who want to support her.
Kate, I heard about that. It's great. I'm so proud of you.
Dad, you're too loud. What's going on all of a sudden?
I can't believe you passed such a difficult exam. I'm so happy.
Why, you're so excited. Don't call me just to say that. You're annoying me.
Come on, don't be like that. I'm sure you're happy too, aren't you, Kate? I'm thinking of celebrating that today. It's a good idea, isn't it?
Oh, well, do whatever you want. I don't care.
Don't be so cold. Tell me how you want us to celebrate.
I said you can just do whatever you want. You're really grossing me out. It's bothersome.
Hey, why are you saying that? I was thinking about you.
If you were thinking about me, you wouldn't say that, would you? You're being pushy. You're just trying to congratulate me, but in the end, you just want to feel good about yourself, right?
That's not true. We don't have much time to talk together as a family these days. I think that's a problem. So I'd like to have a family dinner for celebration.
Jeez, I shouldn't have talked to you.
Don't you think that we should have a celebration, Kate?
I've told you that it's imposing. Everyone has their own interpretation about family. It's really annoying. Stop forcing your idealism on me, Dad.
I need to talk to you, Helen. Is this a good time?
You're just in time. I need to talk to you too.
What's up?
You go first.
No, you first.
That's what's so bothersome about you. Since you came to me, you should be the one who talked first. Anyway, I think you should apologize first. Well, I'm ready to listen to you now.
Apologize? Why should I do that?
Who needs to apologize except you? I thought you were going to let me tell Kate that you were sorry because it's hard for you to apologize directly to her.
Huh? Sorry, I don't get it. What are you talking about? Did I do something wrong?
Ugh, I can't believe it. You don't even feel guilty, Brad.
I really have no idea about what you are talking about.
You're seriously insensitive. Kate was right about you.
What? Kate told you that?
You had a fight with Kate yesterday, didn't you? She said she passed the exam and you were holding her back.
I didn't mean to do so. I just wanted to congratulate her. Besides, I thought it wasn't good for us to have less family time. I wanted to have dinner with everyone.
You don't think you did anything wrong?
No, but if I offended Kate, Maybe I didn't say it right. But you agree that it's not good, right? Kate will soon have to think about her career path. I was wondering if you could help me with that too.
Is that why you contacted me? What a nonsense.
I know, but...
Well, can you do me a favor then?
Yeah, sure. How can I help you?
I'm thinking to take some lessons from next week.
What? That's a little...
Why?
Because we won't be able to have time together if you do that.
Oh, yeah, family time.
I'm sorry, but why did you say that all of a sudden?
I wanted a change in my life. It's a stress reliever. I get choked up every day with the routines.
I understand how you feel, but Kate is working hard too. It's just a little more patience. Let's all work together as a family, okay?
Speaking about that, Kate will be attending the lessons with me.
Seriously? I thought you said you wanted her to focus on her exams.
That's right, but we need to give her a break once in a while.
Relaxation is important, but having her take lessons is just...
Isn't that why you got into a fight? You don't understand how Kate feels.
Why did you say that?
You only care about yourself. Have you ever thought about Kate's feelings? You are different with me and Kate.
We're Kate's parents, Helen. We let her study hard, then get into a famous university to study about what she desires. After that, she can get a job at the company she wants to work for. Isn't that the happiest thing in the world?
Sure, if she could live like that, she might be happy. But in fact, she isn't. Poor Kate. You can understand that when you see me, right?
I don't think so.
I'm saying that if you keep doing what you're doing now, Kate won't be able to make her own decision for her future.
Huh? What the heck is that?
Are you pretending you don't understand, or are you really just being dull? You'll never understand about how Kate feels when she is deprived of her future freedom.
Hey, can you explain it to me in detail so I can understand? I'll try to fix what I did wrong. I can't fix it if I don't know what caused it.
You're just like my scumbag parents. I can't entrust Kate to someone who doesn't even notice when he's told. I'll take care of Kate by myself from now on.
Hold on a sec. Helen, you're out every night. Where are you going?
Don't worry, it's none of your business. By the way, you have a job to prepare some money.
What money? All of a sudden, you want me to get you some money?
For heaven's sake, Brad, are you having a short-term memory loss? It's for the lessons I told you last time.
We agreed that we'd put up with it, remember?
No, I changed my mind. I've been going along with your selfishness until now. I can't take it anymore. The stress is driving me crazy. You wouldn't understand anyway, would you?
Okay, I got it. Calm down, please. It's my fault, right? I'll give you the money. Will you forgive me?
Why don't you understand me after what I've said to you? It's not about forgiveness.
What is it about then? I'm sorry, you didn't explain to me about that, so I still don't understand.
Are you telling me that you won't understand unless I explain it to you word by word?
Well, of course, I'm not a psychic, so I can't read your mind. Even though we are family, there are some things I still can't understand unless you tell me.
That's your own lack of understanding. What a self-centered person you are. If you'd had a decent amount of experience in life, you should be able to think about other people's feelings.
That may be true, but...
If you can't do that, why don't we just get a divorce? What are you going to do? I'm fine with it anyway.
Divorce? That's such a big deal. Calm down a bit, will you?
I'm calm. You're the one who's panicking.
Please, sweetheart, tell me what's wrong with you.
And if I tell you, what are you gonna do for me?
Well, I'll do anything.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't trust you.
Please, I'm just trying to protect my family.
Well, if you don't keep your promise, my dad's just gonna fire your dad. Anyway, I don't know how your dad ended up working at my dad's company.
Please, don't do that.
That's enough. I'm divorcing you. Get out of here as soon as possible.
That's too much. Why are you pushing me like this?
I don't know. Well, let me ask you something then. Have you ever thought about the life of a company president's daughter?
Huh? What are you trying to say?
My parents made me marry someone I'm not in love with. I was raised as someone who would only produce an heir, and I don't have a life of my own. On top of that, you have no heart, but you demand it from others. My daughter Kate is going the same way as me. Do you think you're in a position to play the victim? I'm the victim here.
Don't say that.
Come on. What do you think? You are free to say something to refute what I'm saying. You still don't get it even after I've told you this much. Then let's go to the hospital. Let's have your dullness disease examined.
Stop it. I got it already.
Tell me what you think then.
I'm sorry.
Sorry for what? A mealy-mouthed apology is meaningless.
It's just...
If you don't explain yourself, your dad will be fired.
I'm sorry that I didn't think about your feelings.
Well done. You did a great job. You're going to pay for what you've done. First of all, it's about the lessons.
Yes, I'll pay for it if it will make you happy.
No kidding. That's very sweet of you. Well, I'll add some fees for the beauty spa to them.
What? Beauty spa?
Yes. Any complaints? No, right?
Not at all. How much money do you need for the beauty spa and lessons?
Let's see. $1,500.
It's very expensive.
Well, of course it is. I won't be taking cheap lessons and visiting cheap beauty spa. I'm telling you, that fee is only for one person.
I can't afford that much money. You know how much my salary is, right?
Then you'll have to fire me.
I can't fire you, so just let me pay for you.
Let me pay for you? What's with that tone? Who the heck do you think you are?
I'm sorry, I'll do as you say.
You should. The admission fees and the things you need to prepare for the lessons. I've already paid some of them, so you'll have to pay me back.
Seriously? You already paid for those?
If I follow your selfishness, I'll have to wait for the rest of my life. I'm a woman who acts quickly.
Okay then, I'll do my best to get the money to you.
Oh, you're so sweet. I wonder if you've changed your mind. I'm counting on you then. Hey, scumbag! Pick me up at the station as soon as you can. For every 10 minutes you're late, there's a $100 penalty. Let's start the count.
I'm at work. Don't ask me to do that. Ask your mom to pick you up.
Oh, looks like you've got some nerve. Don't forget that me and Mom are at the same side.
I'm busy. I don't have time to play around. If it's not urgent, don't call me.
9 more minutes and $100 more. Are you with a woman other than Mom by any chance? That's terrible. I'll let Mom know about this. She'll scold you.
No way.
Then come and pick me up then. I'm the daughter of the company president. Didn't Mom tell you to keep that fact in your mind?
I can't do it right now. Can you wait a little longer?
No problem. I'm a nice person anyway.
Thank you.
But you'll have to pay more for the extension fee.
No way. Give me a break.
Excuse me? Mom told me a lot about you, but you show no remorse. You still don't understand how others feel.
I'm sorry. I'll pick you up. I'm leaving my office soon. Just wait a little longer. Hey, where are you?
I'm already at home.
What?
I told you, didn't I? I'm being nice. Well, I felt sorry for the extension fee, so I had Mom pick me up. You just need to give me $500.
There's no way I'm going to pay for that. Don't be absurd. Besides, you were really at home the whole day, weren't you?
Huh? Of course not.
I just checked your location, and it says you were at home the whole day.
I can't believe you just did that. That's scary. You're stalking me. I'm going to tell Mom. What do you think you're doing, Brad?
Well, that's my line.
Don't you get it? You're really useless. Well, tell your dad to search for another job, Dan. Oh, you need to prepare more money anyway. If you refuse, you know what will happen. Do you understand me?
How much do you need?
$1,500.
Okay, I'll get it for you. I'm getting tired of this.
That's a good decision. You should have done that from the beginning.
I need to talk to you.
I beg your pardon? You're being cheeky. You know what will happen if you say something nasty to me, don't you?
Yeah, I know. It's just that starting next month, I'm getting transferred.
Oh well, that's none of my business. Well, since it's you, I guess you're not well liked by everyone at your workplace.
You're wrong. Anyway, we'll be living separately for a while.
Yay! We should celebrate that.
What?
I'm really glad you'll go so far away from me. You know, Kate and I were getting so frustrated just having you at home. From now on, me and Kate are going to have our family time together. I'm so happy. I can't help but grin at you.
Yeah, whatever. Both of you don't even think of me as a family.
You just realize that now? I'm surprised.
You're the one who hasn't noticed. If we separate, that means I won't be able to pay for your lessons and stuff.
You're not going to transfer the money? You're kidding me again.
What? You're working too, so you'll just have to deal with that by yourself. I need money to live at where I'm transferred. I can't afford your selfishness. I have a life too.
You're not the one who forced me to be selfish first. I've had enough. If you insist, let's get a divorce then.
It's a good opportunity. Let's do it. I think that's the best thing for us.
I'll get the custody of Kate.
I won't let you do that.
I told you, I won't listen to your selfishness anymore. What's the big deal? If I leave it to you, Kate's future will be ruined.
I feel sorry for her, but I'll let her decide.
Of course she's gonna choose me. I don't think there's any advantages for her if she chose to go with you. I don't want you to come back from where you're transferred. I never want to see your face again.
What about my dad's job at the company then?
Oh, you mentioned that too. I forgot.
Are you going to fire him?
I lied about that, of course. You can see how smart I am, can't you?
I'm so relieved to hear that. Well then, I'll give you custody of Kate. I'll have to check with Kate first though.
Well, our house is so comfortable now without noisy insect like you.
Well, that's good to hear. By the way, did you quit your lessons?
Of course not.
What about the money? Are you making a good living?
You forgot that I'm the company president's daughter, right?
So what?
That there are plenty of people who can take your place.
What do you mean? Are you telling me that you've been having an affair?
Of course not. My dad set me up on a blind date right after I filed for divorce. That's my dad. Well, unfortunately, I can't remarry soon due to the restrictions.
I see. What does Kate say about the guy? Does she approve?
Nothing in particular.
I don't think Kate will approve.
You just can't get your feelings straight, can you? Time will tell.
You really think so? And you're sure you're okay with this new partner of yours?
You have no reason to worry about me. I'm not your wife anymore, and you're being petty. If you keep talking to me, I'm gonna sue you for stalking.
Oh, come on. That's not gonna happen. You're the one who contacted me.
Hey, what's going on? Your father just suddenly quit his job. I didn't have anything to do with it. He also seemed to have a huge fight with my dad. What's going on? Can you explain? You must have known something.
Yeah, I do. I told my dad about your affair. I didn't expect my dad to quit his job.
What? Adultery? Your dad quit his job just because he trusted that lie?
I wonder if it's a lie. I've got the proper proof. I even checked with your dad. He said he didn't do any matchmaking after the divorce.
So what? You shouldn't have sneaked around like that. There's plenty of opportunities for me to meet new guys without anyone's help.
Well, You just said that by yourself. I wonder who's your new guy.
What?
Well, no matter how many lies and excuses you tried to make up, you won't get away with it. Did you really think I was going to be transferred?
You said that to me anyway.
I made it easy for you to bring the guy you're having an affair with into the house. I intentionally made it easier for you to get divorced. If I leave the house, even temporarily, you'd think that's the chance to get a divorce.
What the hell? That's what this is about? Bullshit. You've got it all wrong. I was planning on getting a divorce even if you didn't get transferred.
I see. So, do you let Kate continue her lessons?
We don't have the money. My life has been set before I was born, and I've never had any freedom. But I have given Kate all the freedom until now. It's unfair that Kate has her reasons and I don't, isn't it?
That's why you make Kate quit her lessons and do whatever you want? You're just using Kate to make up for the time you've been deprived of.
That's the way you say it. You still sound as if you were the boss of the house. What a pathetic guy you are.
I see. I feel safer suing you now that I hear what you said to me.
I don't think you can do that. You know what? You need proof to sue me. And first of all, can you afford the attorney's fees? You have no money, right?
I've plenty of money. Didn't you understand? You don't know what you're doing. Before the divorce, you were staring at my plane ticket, weren't you?
What's with that?
Let me show you one more time.
What's so special about this?
You don't seem to get it. I'm surprised a nice, well-brought-up young lady doesn't get it. At least Kate understood. Why don't you ask her?
No kidding! That was a first-class ticket. No, I mean, there's no way you could raise that much money in such a short period of time. Of course it's fake. Stop trying to look good.
That's what Kate said too. To tell you the truth, I was studying investment. You wouldn't believe me if I told you that, would you? But when I showed you this, you believed me right away.
Did you take this picture?
It's a nice picture, isn't it? Well, it's a view you'll never get. And this one?
What's this? You! What are you doing? You're disgusting! You stalker! I'm gonna sue you!
Cut it off, will you? I had a detective take those pictures. Detectives are great.
Shut up! I'm not gonna let you get away with this.
I see. Well, let's have Kate take a look at this conversation, shall we? Let's have her make an impartial judgment. Yes, not only Kate, but also our dads.
Wait!
Well, of course, you can pay for the alimony and stuff, right? You have a future husband who will pay for it. That's the case if he's still willing to stay by your side until the day of your marriage. I requested alimony from my wife with all the evidence I had, including the photos taken by the detective and the testimonies of both of our dads. My wife had been seeing a man other than me before the divorce, and her dad admitted that. My wife's adulterous partner had borrowed a lot of money in order to win her heart. But as soon as he found out that my wife's alimony was too expensive to pay, he evaporated. Kate has been transferred from her current private high school to a prefectural high school for financial reasons. I certainly have some sympathy for my wife's situation, since she needs to work all day, all night, just to pay for the alimony. It seems that my wife didn't love me as a husband, and I was just a sandbag to release her stress. I think I had no choice this time to stop my wife from crossing the line. My dad is currently working for a company owned by a classmate of mine. My dad has always been my wife's dad's right-hand man, so he told me that his current work is refreshing and he enjoys it a lot. I'm now living a good life. I remodeled my parents' house and I'm going to buy a condo with the large sum of money I got from the profit of selling stocks. Melody, why aren't you answering the phone? You're not busy anyway. Answer the phone.
You called me? Was it urgent? I had an important meeting at work. What's up?
I left my files at home and I need them at work. I left them on my desk last night after working on my computer, so you'll know where they are. You need to bring it to me right now. What? I just had that important meeting and I couldn't answer the phone. Of course I'm at work, so there's no way I can go. A meeting? LOL. What kind of meeting is worth your income? I have more important work than you. With your low income position, they won't notice if you left the company for a bit. Low income? Isn't that too harsh? It's not as low as you think. I don't think we're that different. It depends on how much I work overtime, but our difference is about $200. Are you stupid? $200 is a big difference. Just admit the fact. Besides, you know what? I put in more money for living expenses than you do, and I'm the breadwinner of the family, so you should know who you are. I'm better than you, right? Huh? Is there such a thing as higher or lower position in a married couple? We are a family. Family? That's fine, but there's still a difference. I'm the head of the family. You're in a lower position than me. Anyway, just go and get me my files. Unlike you, I'm using them for an important afternoon meeting. This is not for fun. No. I'm not working for fun either. I have a business meeting with a client. You're the one who forgot them, so do something about it yourself. Are you kidding me? Who do you think you are, Melody? That's my word. I do all the housework. So if you consider what I do, I'm working more than you in terms of labor. Think about it and don't be bossy. What are you joking? LOL. Which one of us is the bossy one? Women do the housework, that's obvious. I mean, you won't get paid for housework. Don't quibble just because you make less than me. It's going to be a big problem if you say like that nowadays, you know? Your brain is that level even though you work. If you're acting like that at work, you're gonna get in trouble. Who are you talking to? I'm your husband. You want to get divorced by being bossy? You're the one who'll be in trouble if I divorce you. You can't do anything about the house. You don't even know where things are. You'd be in trouble too. You're able to make a living because of my earnings. What are you going to do when I'm gone? You'll cry. Hey, aren't married couples supposed to support each other equally? I'm putting in enough money to live on. I'm putting in my own money too. I'm not depending on you. I put in more than you do, so you're able to live. Do you know how much more you put in? I don't care how much. It's true that I put in more. We're going around in circles and it's making me sick. Oh, that's good. Then you can leave work early and go home. You should just leave early from the beginning and bring me my files. You're worried about your own stuff instead of your wife who's not feeling well. What the hell? I didn't marry you to be your housekeeper. This kind of conversation makes me wonder why I married you. Of course, it's because I was old enough to get married and you wanted to get married too. You got married because I wanted to? And how about you? Well, I was old enough to get married and I thought maybe marriage would make things easier. Is that about the housework? Am I a thing? It doesn't sound like I'm a wife. I'm a housekeeper. I never said that. You're being paranoid. I mean, same to you. You think I'm your convenient wallet, huh? I never thought of you that way. Who knows? My colleagues say women are good at acting. That's so disrespectful to women. You're talking against all the women in the world. There are plenty of women who make more money than men. But you don't make more money than me. Your attitude has changed like that lately, huh? Is it because of that coworker? You never said anything about my income before. No, I was just being too nice to you. My colleague recently got divorced and his ex-wife, who worked part-time, was spending her entire salary on herself and making ends meet on his salary. And then she gradually stopped doing housework. He advised me not to let that happen to me. I have a full-time job. I work as much as you do, and I do all the housework. For now, right? But you never know what will happen in the future. So we have to clarify who is in the higher position. Are you serious? I like my job. That's why I keep working. What happens when you say you don't know what's going to happen in the future? It's a life where you have no respect for me, where you don't do the housework, where you do whatever you want. Do you think all the wives in the world are like your coworker's ex-wife? I have a full-time job to begin with,
and I have no intention of quitting. Why do I have to be compared with her? Don't be rude and assume that all women are like that.
That's how women are.
If you're going to be so old-fashioned, then show me you make more money than I do so that you can make a difference in position.
You're an idiot. You're too old-fashioned to think that way.
That's a complete double standard. Don't be so easy.
What's so easy about it? I'm working so hard.
All you do is work.
You have no idea how hard it is.
I'm working too. If you take your job seriously, you wouldn't forget things. How sloppy. You're half-assed and sloppy, you know that?
Who's half-assed?
My husband, Thomas, I'm afraid. He doesn't even make as much as a celebrity. He's not even close to me, and he acts like he's a king.
I make more than you.
Yes, $200, LOL. Is that the only way you can protect your identity?
Don't talk nonsense. I'm seriously going to divorce you if you keep being bossy.
You think I'll obey you if you say so? You don't have any guts.
So do you.
If you have time to chat like this, go home and pick up what you forgot.
I'm busy. Why should I go back home?
Because you left them at home?
You bring them. Think about it. Your office is closer to home.
I'm busy too. Going back home, go to your office, and then back to my own office? Too irrational. Are you going to give me money for a cab?
There's no way I can be that wasteful.
You're now being stingy. Then I can't. I have work too.
You are stingy. You're more stingy with your love than I am with the money, aren't you? This was your chance to be a good wife. That's enough. If the meeting doesn't go well, it's your fault. You won't support your husband. Poor me.
How can you say that? No, it's clearly your fault.
We'll talk about this when I get back. Be prepared.
If you do anything mean, I'll call my dad and brother.
That's not fair.
That's my word. You tried to use me for your own reasons. Why do you have to be mad at me?
I don't give a shit about you anymore.
Blah, blah. Do what you want. Good luck at the meeting. Thomas, what's for dinner tonight? Will you cook? Oh, and do the laundry too.
Huh? What's wrong with you? Why should I, who earn more money than you, do the housework? It's your job.
Sorry, I got promoted.
What? That means you earn more? How much?
Ding dong! $500 more than you do, but it'll be more if you include overtime.
You're kidding. I can't believe you got promoted. How did you cheat?
Idiot! I didn't cheat. You know it's my real ability. Unlike you, I've been working hard every day. Well, I make more money than you do, so you'll do all the housework from now on, right?
What are you talking about? It's just $500.
Oh, who was complaining the other day about the $200 difference in salary?
A man do the housework? I'm busy at work too.
Don't make me say it again. I'm busy too. I work the same hours as you do. And yet, I make more money than you do. So, according to what you've been saying, you should be the one doing the housework, right?
That can't be. How can your salary go up that suddenly?
I've been working and studying for my qualification. While you were being lazy at home, I was studying hard.
You kept it a secret? I didn't even know.
I'm sure you didn't notice. You were just giving me orders, drinking alcohol, and watching TV. You didn't even look at me, did you? You didn't care what I did. You didn't care about the housekeeper who cooked your meals, cleaned your house, and did your laundry.
That's misunderstanding. I didn't say anything like that.
That's what you mean. So from now on, we're reversing positions.
Doing the housework is not my job. I can't cook. Are you going to eat burnt meat?
I'm not going to eat that. Why don't you take a cooking class?
I can't. I'm too busy at work. I don't have time for that.
You and we work the same hours. I was able to do it, so there's no way you can't.
I said I can't do it.
Then we're getting divorced.
What?
I've been thinking about it for a while. You mentioned it the other day too, right? I'm good with it too, so let's get divorced.
No, I didn't really mean it.
You were not really thinking about getting divorced, but the word divorce came up. See, I told you, you used the word divorce to get me to listen to you. How awful.
That was because you wouldn't listen to me, so I had no choice.
That means you wanted me to obey you, right? How is that even possible for a couple?
You could have just been nice and listened to me. Anyway, I'm not getting divorced.
Okay then, I'll have a lawyer. I still have your messages saying you will divorce me.
That's not fair.
You should really think about who is not fair. You just act like a big jerk and don't even do the housework, and all you do is make morally harassing comments. Aren't you the one who's not fair?
So you want me to help out a little with the housework?
I'm sorry, what? Did you say you'll help? Who do you think chores are for? It's for our lives, right? Help is wrong. We're supposed to share completely.
But housework is a woman's job.
How persistent. Are you going to pay me for doing the housework?
Why should I do that? Where in the world are there housewives like that?
Every housewife in the world does housework for her family, even if she doesn't get paid for it. Even though they work full-time or part-time or complete housewife, but the husband supports the wife.
That's why I'm working and earning money.
I told you I make more money than you.
I'm putting in a little more money for living expenses. You're so picky.
Don't you get it yet? We both work. You say you put more money into our living expenses, but after all, if we go out to eat, I pay for it. So it doesn't mean that you're paying more. We pay for each other's living expenses for the sake of our own lives, not for yourself.
So what?
So that means I get no support from you. This is just an exploitation of love, right? You push me to do everything. I wanted your feelings, not money. I wanted a support with your thoughts. I've totally lost feelings for you in the last few months, and I'm tired of doing all the housework.
Don't just give up.
I don't even want to talk to you anymore. You need to talk to a lawyer about the divorce. And please, talk about the division of property and so on. I'm going to stay at my sister's for the time being with my necessary things.
Wait a minute. Don't decide on your own. My opinion is,
that's enough. Me. It's always about you. I want to get divorced. That's all. If you want to talk about you, go and talk to a lawyer. Well, if he would listen to you.
Wait a minute, Melody. It's all because of my colleague. I was measuring your love. Sorry.
Now you're blaming others. Not your fault. Last time, it was my fault because I didn't deliver something you forgot, right? It's always someone else's fault. I don't want to spend my life with someone like that.
I'm sorry I blamed you. That's not what I meant. Hey, I was in such a hurry that I lost my mind. I beg you, please reconsider.
I'm sorry. I don't understand. You're just saying sorry to protect your poor self. Ew. I just want to get divorced and feel refreshed. Goodbye.
Wait, Melody. Don't be so stubborn. If we get divorced, I'll be all alone. I won't be able to eat your food. Without you, I don't know where everything is. Oh, I'll help you. No, I'll do the housework. I got an idea. At least stay with me and teach me until I can live on my own, okay? Show me how, please. Hey, Melody, say something.
Thomas contacted me several times after that, but I did not reply to any of his messages. And after a month with a lawyer in between, the divorce was finalized. The divorce did not go smoothly, and he was as whiny as a child. At the end, our parents had to convince him. Now that we are divorced, I'm able to get more salary and I'm working positively to improve myself more. Has my standard of living gone down? No, not at all. On the contrary, it is much more relaxed. I realized this after the divorce, but he said he was paying more for living expenses than I was. But in reality, I think I was bearing more of the burden. Well, we were able to adjust it by dividing the property, so I have no complaints. Unlike me, who has become physically and mentally healthy, Thomas is unable to do housework. And I heard that he returned to his parents' home because he had a trouble with his work and his salary had dropped.
I'm in trouble. Hey, there's a guy at my house right now, a friend of yours.
Oh, that's Jeffrey, he's my friend. He just called me and we're going to have a drink after a long time. I'm still working and won't be home for another 2 hours and Jeffrey's already on his way. I told him to go home first.
Huh? If that's the case, you should have called me first. I can't let someone I don't know come to my house. Anyway, I told him to come back when you get back, so he went home.
What the hell is that? That's so rude. I've texted you, telling you that my friend is coming before Jeffrey got to her house.
I didn't receive that one.
You should check it again. I'm sure that I sent it.
I checked it already, but I really haven't received your message. You must be mistaken. You should double check.
Gosh. Seems that there was a transmission error when I sent that.
See? You didn't send it.
But when Jeffrey told you that he's a friend of mine, it's your job as my wife to shut up and entertain him. That's not very nice. You sent him home without even offering him a cup of tea. You're useless.
I don't even know him. What if he's a criminal who pretended to be your friend? What if he does something nasty to me?
How could anyone do that? I don't think Jeffrey would harm you, Rose. You are too self-conscious.
Are you telling me that I'm worse than you, who forgot to let me know that your friend was coming?
Think about it. Why didn't you just ask him to show you the conversation on his phone? That way you would have known we were friends, right? See? That's easy.
I thought so too. I told him that too, but he said that he forgot his phone and wouldn't let me see it. If there was no way to check whether he was your friend or not, there was nothing I could do. Even after that, my husband kept complaining to me for a while. His friend also treated me as if I were a devil's wife. Jeffrey forgot that my husband made a mistake by not texting me before he came to our house. Both of them blamed me, as if I was the only one at fault. No matter how much I was blamed, I could not trust my husband's friend. I just could not trust him in any way. No matter if my husband has given his permission, I don't think it's a good idea to visit a newlyweds when the wife is all alone in the house. Also, what everyone shouldn't forget is, my husband said that Jeffrey is already on his way. Then why didn't Jeffrey have his cell phone with him? I wonder how he communicated with my husband. I felt some kind of unexplainable fear. That's why I decided to go back to my parents' house. Then, I received a message from my husband, who was in a panic when he came home from work.
Where are you now? What the hell do you think you're doing leaving me like this? You have no reason to be upset. I was the one who texted you to let you know that my friend was coming, so why are you the one who's still mad at me all this time?
Are you listening to me? I told you the other day I didn't get a message. You said there was a transmission error. Don't forget it just for your own convenience.
That's why I called you, didn't I? I was trying to make sure that you're okay.
You called me? I didn't get that.
There you go. You're so full of it. I didn't hear it. I didn't get it. You just forget about it, didn't you?
Then why were you trying to text me? You couldn't call me, so you decided to text me, didn't you?
I did what I was supposed to do, Rose.
You keep telling me about that and you never listen to me. I thought that when we got married, you'd think a little more about me. I was wrong. I've had enough. You just keep one-sidedly bad-mouthing me for selfish reasons.
But you can't prove I didn't contact you, can you?
Huh? There's no record of text or missed call from you, Kenny.
Think about it. How can someone that can be easily erased like that be proof? You're too self-aware. Nobody's after you.
That's not what this is about. Yeah, okay. Seems like you're not going to apologize to me.
Why should I apologize? You're the one who's sorry, right? I didn't do anything wrong.
Then fine, I won't even talk to you. I'm thinking about a divorce. That's what I'm gonna do.
Hey, you think you can talk to me so selfishly like that? What the hell do you want? What's your purpose?
I beg your pardon? I don't trust you anymore. That's why I said I want a divorce. I don't understand why you're blaming me when I didn't do anything wrong.
That's why I told you that my friend, Jeffrey, was going to visit our house.
You see, this just keeps going back and forth, so I don't want to talk about it anymore. Even if you did text me, why would you call your friend when you're not home?
Because Jeffrey said that he didn't have a place to wait.
A place to wait, huh? What a lame excuse. There are plenty of places to wait, such as restaurants and so on. Isn't that crazy? coming all the way to our house when I was the only one there.
Don't say bad things about my friend.
Okay, let's say I let your friend come inside. What do you want me and your friend to do?
You can just prepare dinner or something, like what everyone does when they have a guest coming to the house. Just serve tea and snacks to him. Let him watch TV and make him feel like home.
You want me to cook dinner for a stranger?
Yeah, what's wrong with that? It's not that hard, is it? That's what a wife is supposed to do.
Likewise, if my friend came over, would you serve her dinner?
I would if she's your friend. I'll say serve her tea too.
Then what if that friend of mine is actually a criminal who just lied to you?
You don't have to worry about that. You've never had a friend visiting you in the first place. Anyway, do you really have a friend? That means when the person says that she's your friend, I'll know right away that she's trying to deceive me.
Kenny, do you realize that you're contradicting yourself?
Huh? I'm just stating about the common sense. You're just being too logical and difficult. Also, you're trying so hard to justify yourself.
No, I think I'm just talking plain and simple.
That's your common sense. I'm different from you and I'm not that complicated.
Then divorce me because I can't be with someone who doesn't value my common sense.
Huh? Why are you talking like that? That's so extreme.
If that's the way you're talking right now, then yes.
But divorce over something like this is overreacting, right? You should think twice.
I thought so too. We'd get into trouble over something as trivial as this, you know? I can't continue our marriage to someone I can't have a proper conversation with. I'll report this to your parents too.
You think you can do such a selfish thing? I'll forgive you now, so don't make any more trouble and come back.
Forgive me? I'm not going back to our house. You have until tomorrow to decide whether you're going to apologize or divorce me. If you don't apologize, let's have a divorce.
That's right. I just remembered. Jeffrey was at our wedding.
What? What are you talking about out of the blue?
We knew each other. He was at our wedding, so he knew you too. That's why he wasn't a stranger.
What do you think you're talking about, Kenny? Do you know how many friends you invited to our wedding? There were a lot of people and most of them were your colleagues. How could I remember the face of someone I met only once at the wedding?
Don't be so heartless. Jeffrey was there to celebrate our marriage.
Do you remember the faces of even one of my friends? Would you recognize them if you saw them on the street?
What's wrong? Did you just ignore me because you don't remember any of my friends? Are you just going to forget every single thing that you think is inconvenient for you? Jeffrey is really my friend.
Even if I did remember him, it doesn't mean that Jeffrey is my friend, okay? We have never talked to each other. I don't want to spend a few hours alone with a stranger. I don't care even if you ask me to do it for your sake.
He's a friend of mine. Why can't you just be nice to him for my sake? If you can't even do that, that's very selfish of you. It's okay that this time it was a friend, but what if the person was my boss? That could affect my promotion. Can you take responsibility if I don't get promoted for the rest of my life because of you? Isn't that the worst thing you could do as a wife?
Okay, let's say that the person was a criminal. If I got killed because I invited him in, can you take the responsibility for that?
Kenny didn't reply to me.
Well, I guess he can't answer that because he has never thought about that possibility. Seems like the divorce is not moving forward. Maybe I should ask for a lawyer. The next day, I looked at my cell phone during my part-time job lunch break. I got a long message from Kenny. I didn't even want to read it. Although the content was in the form of an apology, the message was full of excuses and condescending. No matter how hard I tried, I could not forgive him. One thing that bothered me was that his friend Jeffrey said he wanted to apologize to me. I was thinking about why Jeffrey wants to go through the trouble of meeting me. I felt that something was not right. I wanted to set up a meeting with an attorney to discuss the divorce matter. I contacted my husband but did not receive a response. Then, on the weekend, my husband suddenly came to my parents' house with Jeffrey. When they came, my younger brother and his wife Megan were there. My parents were out. So the five of us, my husband, Jeffrey, my younger brother, and his wife, decided to have a discussion. There was no apology from my husband and Jeffrey. The discussion remained at a standstill. It didn't make any sense. I wondered what they came here for. In the end, I decided to hire an attorney. I asked my husband and Jeffrey to leave that day. Later that day, I was told an unbelievable fact by a certain person. are you waiting for? All you have to do is get a divorce. You're the one who made things so complicated. What's wrong with you all of a sudden? This is between me and Kenny. It's none of your business, Megan. Of course, it's also my business. I want to marry Kenny as soon as possible. Seriously, what are you talking about? You are my brother's wife. I found out when I visited your house last time. I realized that I was married into this family to meet Kenny. I felt like it was my destiny to be together with him. You're also insensitive, aren't you? Kenny is very fond of me, so he's mine already. He said he'd remarry me as soon as he divorces you. Just go ahead and tell Kenny is not at fault. Well, he doesn't love you anyway. Then you can get a divorce with a clear mind, right? Kenny may feel refreshed, but I don't. If he doesn't love me, then why is he arguing about the divorce? He can just do it straight away if he wants to. Kenny is a smart guy. If he admits that he's at fault, you have to pay alimony, right? He said he doesn't want that to happen. That's not smart. That's just being petty. So since he doesn't want to pay for alimony, he's just going to keep on complaining. I'm appalled. What about Jeffrey then? It's just not right that he keeps popping up multiple times. He has nothing to do with this, so why is he acting like he's a part of this matter? I'll tell you what I think. Jeffrey loves you. Huh? He fell in love with you when he saw you at the wedding, but he gave up on you because you're his friend's wife. But when he and Kenny were having a drink together, Kenny told him that he wanted to divorce you. When he heard that, Jeffrey's love for you had got stronger than before. I'm happy for you. So you and my husband took advantage of that. Well, that's what it comes down to, but it doesn't matter, does it? The truth is that the day Jeffrey went to your house, I got proof of the affair and tried to use it for the divorce. But Jeffrey chickened out at the last minute. Since you turned him away, the whole plan got screwed up. You're just playing hard to get. Do you even know what you're talking about? You're saying that you're trying to take advantage of your own friend. That's very inhuman. It's okay because nothing happened, right? It would have been fun if something had happened. That's not the point. Do you even care about other people's life? If that had happened, Jeffrey would have been arrested by the police. Kenny told Jeffrey not to worry because he would pay for the settlement. Jeffrey said he had no intention of doing any harm to you. He didn't even know he was being used, and he was so eager to go and see you. Poor Jeffrey. He thought that he could be together with you. He's just too sweet, which really makes me want to laugh out loud. You're such a jerk. You can say what you want. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. At first, I was going to charge you with adultery, but that's too much trouble. Just divorce Kenny as soon as possible. I don't want to wait any longer. You don't have to pay me any more money, so just get out of my life. When Megan contacted me, a chill ran down my spine. I felt as if I were frozen by her curse. It was all planned. I have no trust in my husband anymore. He is more of a stranger to me now. I'm afraid to stay in the marriage any longer, and I don't want him to come up with another nasty plan. I decided to consult an attorney immediately. I was confused with a mix of anger and disappointment. Once I realized that it was a setup, I completely switched myself to an anger mode. I swear that I will not be defeated. Let the war begin from here on. What do you think you're doing, Rose? It's so obvious, isn't it? What you tried to do to me. I'll never forgive you. You have to take responsibility as an adult. I didn't do anything wrong. You just didn't do anything directly to me. You knew about the plan, so it's the same thing. This whole thing has hurt me a lot. I've been scared. That's why I'll make you pay for the alimony. But your brother is going to ask for alimony too because he's divorcing me. I can't pay that much. Don't you dare say that to me. You're still married and you're responsible for hurting my brother's feelings. I also gave him the screenshot of the messages I had with you. You'd better admit it soon, Megan. You don't like waiting, do you? You're the worst thing ever. That's why you're dumped by Kenny. I know, I'm not stupid, so maybe I was too smart for Kenny. But to be honest, I'm grateful to you for giving me the opportunity to divorce my husband like that. Thank you, Megan. You and Kenny are a perfect match. I know it's going to be hard to pay for the alimony from now on, but you and Kenny are capable to do that together. Wait a minute! I'm not finished talking with you! You must drop your lawsuit against me. The alimony from Kenny is enough. You don't have to take it from me too. Hey, don't ignore me. Say something, Rose, please. That terrible plan was exposed. Kenny and I, Megan, and my brother were able to divorce rather easily. My brother and I sued Kenny, Megan, and Jeffrey for alimony. The three of them kept blaming each other. They showed no signs of remorse for what they had done. They are really shabby people. The attorney thought they were malicious and demanded a substantial amount of money for compensation. If they did not comply, they would go to court and contents certified letter will be sent to each company they are working for. With this, Kenny and Jeffrey gave up easily and paid the fee. Megan, who was a housewife, had no way to pay the fee, so she was complaining, but her parents shut her up. Kenny was blamed so badly by my parents, his younger brother, and his own parents, and when he came to my parents' house to write the divorce papers, I was surprised to see that he was like a zombie. But both my parents and my brother say they have no intention of forgiving Kenny. Of course, neither do I. It seems that Megan told Kenny to marry her, but Kenny's parents were against that. It seems that Kenny, who's fed up with all the lecturing from his parents, did not defend Megan and turned her away, saying that he would not marry her. I have returned to my parents' house and am regaining a peaceful life. After what happened, my brother and I were depressed for a while. But both of us were glad that we realized the true nature of Kenny and Megan at an early stage before we had kids.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!